What's up? I'm just gonna get to the point. This is a video I filmed today with my console recorder. Um, it's just something that I felt necessary to do. This is Gran Turismo 6. This is gonna be a lengthy video. I might edit it to be shorter, but um, sit back, relax, watch some good drifting, and let's begin. So, Gran Turismo 6. Um, I want to make this video because I really think players get frustrated when drifting on this game. It seems like it's pretty difficult to do. It is difficult to do. It's not exactly easy. Um, this is gonna be for players mostly who use controller, a DualShock controller or whatever the PS4 version's called. So basically, I guess to give some background, I've been drifting on console for a while, since Forza 3. You know, I'm not like a big name or anything, but I've been drifting on console for a while. I've been loving it. It's fun, really fun. Recently I just kind of discovered that, you know, I've been trying to keep up with some people, and it's kind of difficult. It's a little irritating. It's almost not even fun anymore from, you know, drifting back on Forza 3 and 4 where it was fun. Whether it's because of the drifting, because of the community, or whatnot, it was fun. No matter if you were really that good, I guess. But in this game, I realized that a lot of it seems like this. Like, most people like to redline a lot and kind of like really throw their cars into the corner. And what I want to get across is a concept to make drifting a little more fun, a little more realistic. I mean, this is Gran Turismo after all. The whole game's supposed to mimic a car, you know, mimic car visuals and physics while racing them. Stick around if you can. You know, it's probably gonna be a boring video, but I just hope maybe I can get a few people to realize, like, hey, I mean, this is how we should play Gran Turismo sport, and this is how drifting maybe should be. This is probably the proper way. So, I mean, if you made it this far, try to stick around. This video might be a little lengthy. So yeah. So as you can see, it's my RX-7. I've got about 400 horsepower. I'm not sure about the torque. Maybe about 300, 350. I'm not sure, somewhere around there. I lightened it a little bit. I didn't really go for a full weight reduction just because I don't see it necessary. I'm not really competing or anything. The differential, it's a little ticked. It's a little tweaked out than stock. It's not exactly stock. I think I'm running about like a 14, 15, like 40, 20, something like that. Something stockish. So I'll put down the specs or whatnot. That's about the car. It's a little bit about the car. Suspension and all that stuff, I kind of left stock. Mostly stock. So it's a little tuned. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, I feel like a lot of people, including me, are frustrated. Like, I'm trying to drift this game, and it's just like, I feel like people think it's easier than what it really is, because it's not that easy to hold the line, to hold momentum, to have a nice clean drift. And 5 minutes into the video, I think I'm demonstrating that exactly. So yeah, including me. So it was about a week ago or two. I was trying to keep up with this one team because they're really fast, and like, I usually don't like to use race cars like the GR, the G3 classes, So I try to tune a car that I personally like just to keep up with them, and it wasn't really a, it really wasn't really a, it was kind of a success. But I started drifting on to scuba circuit, scuba short, and as you can see right now, my R7, I'm trying to hold a line. The entry is important. Once I get the entry down, I'll look at my speedometer and make sure I'm going at least like 55, so I can entry either third or fourth gear. Fourth gear is probably better, but the entry is very important for me. It set me up to the whole track, just like real life drifting. So as you can see, I'm just feathering the gas, being really delicate. I'm jumping subjects, but just just follow along, just listen to whatever I'm saying, I guess. But yeah, just let me jump back to what I'm trying to say. So yeah, trying not to go off topic too much. My point is to the controller drifters, if you guys are like feeling frustrated, just pick a car like mine that I told you the specs, that I told you was the RX-7, and I told you about the specs. Pick a car that you like, and don't worry about the tune so much. I mean, if you know what you're doing, that's fine. You know, if you truly know what you're doing, because I think there are some people who can go really fast in this game on controller who know what they're doing. That's cool. But if you're like starting out, pick a car, give it some horsepower. You know, you don't want to black horsepower. Give it about, have the car at around 400 horsepower. Cut some weight if you want. If you know what you're doing on the differential, maybe give it a few ticks. But I say it again. If you're starting out, or if you're just frustrated with drifting on this game because you want to have a clean line and connect corners and, you know, feel good, do as I said before, as I just mentioned, and feel the car out, guys. Feel the car out with the triggers. Again, this is for controller players, really only. Feel the car out. If it's 7 minutes into the video, just rewatch the video. Just notice how I'm just trying to feather it out. Notice how I'm getting all the transitions correct, because I can feel the car when it's about to get into like the pocket of momentum, whatever you want to call it. You know, notice how I'm not really trying to go too fast. I'm not trying to like just disregard whatever the physics of this game. Like right here, boom, I fainted a little bit. I was in fourth gear because I know fourth gear is actually easier to entry in, because I can just weight transfer, as you've seen in the intro. And now it sets me up for this beautiful line. Look at this line. Look at the gas. I'm just feathering the gas. The steering is also very important too. I don't think this video is going to go too deep in detail, but I just really want to get the concept out of what I'm trying to explain, which I hope you kind of get already. So yeah, steering is important. My steering sensitivity, I don't think it matters. Again, it's all preference, but when I say that, I don't mean tune to the max. I mean, really, guys, feel out the car as it is. Again, go back and listen to the video. You can tick it a little bit, give some horsepower. That's completely fine. But I really think if you guys feel out the car and get very comfortable with the car, as if you would in real life, you'd know what to do with the car, with the tune. You'd be like, okay, it's a little stiff. Let me mess with the anti-roll bars, because that's the first thing anyone thinks of when it comes to stiff or soft suspension, for the most part. LSD, you got your Excel, D-Cell, and something else. I don't remember exactly, but that's important. Yeah, just my main thing, if maybe you haven't rewinded the video and listened to what I'm saying, whatever. See, I'm drifting with a guy that I kind of know. He's behind me. He's on a wheel. I feel like he's just hitting the gas too hard. I think I don't know. It might apply to wheels. I don't know, but I mean, he's not doing bad. But again, like, feel the car out, guys. Feel the car out. Take your time with it. Don't feel like you need to go fast. I'm telling you. For the people who just want to drift and have a good line with momentum and just no frustration, man. I can do this for hours. Look at this. Good entry right here, fifth gear, because I was going a little too fast. throw it down third, use my brakes. Not the e-brakes. I don't think I used the e-brake. I think I just used straight up handbrake. Then he passes me. I'm gonna try to follow his line. And lines, guys, lines. Everyone's gonna have a different line. It's totally normal. Using this method, which I hope you got, totally normal. Even if you're using the method and you have a buddy and you guys are similar drifting specs, and you guys can get it for crap. Trust me. Give it some time. Feather it out. It's almost, you can almost say this with anything. Even if you do have a shitty tune that you just went out and just went all out on without even really testing your car. You know, say if that's your situation. Okay, then yeah, feather the car out. Feel how it goes. You don't have to bang it. You don't have to like, redline it so much. I mean, look what I'm doing. Yeah, it's not a crazy entry, but look how smooth this is. Come on, guys, you can't tell me this isn't smooth. I'm feathering it out. The gas, steering, weight, momentum. I was trying to help some people out. And I was trying to tell them, guys, let the throttle do the steering, let the momentum take you away, and steer while you feel it out. Steer while you feel it out. This is all momentum right here, guys. I'm just letting the momentum take me. I'm steering, gas on, gas off, wherever is necessary, you know. I feel like people ask all the time, how do you drift in this game? How do you drift in this game? And I try to explain to them, guys, you want to take have a basic setup, okay? Rear wheel drive, manual transmission, comfort hard tires for the most part, a little bit of horsepower, add some horsepower. If you want a street car, and it's only at 300 horsepower, okay, tack on another 50, 100 horsepower. That's cool. And if you don't really know what to do with the tuning, that's okay. As long as you have those basic steps, that's all right. Learn the car, learn how it goes. Look, this RX-7 is rather a basic tuned car. I feel like I'm stressing myself out of this, but yeah, this is for controllers only, really. Right now, I'm trying to. I know how this guy's line is. I can just tell by watching him drift. So I'm trying to pace myself to get on his line, which, as you can see, is a little apparent until that part right there where he just cuts speed. That's another thing. People cut speed a lot, and I used to do that a whole bunch, especially when I was drifting on Forza until I kind of just figured out how the car worked without worrying about tune, man. Hopefully I'm not rambling way too much. So yeah, see, I'm taking my time. A little faint. I have to give it some more speed because I realized I didn't really set myself up that well. As you can see, I almost ran across the grass. So okay, so here I'm in the 8.6, the new 8.6, I believe, the BRZ, whatever, Toyota BRZ or Toyota 8.6, I think, GT86. This car it's basically stock, guys. This car, I promise you, is basically stock. I don't think I touched the power. I don't think I tuned the weight. All I did was tweak the LSD just a little bit because I felt like it needed more Excel. And I felt it. Alright, I had to make more space on my phone. So yeah, main topics are, again, I think I've said this 3 times already, but feel the car out, guys. Feel it out. Go back and watch the video. You can see on the RX-7 on entry, I don't really throw the car. I kind of just speed into it. I kind of power into the corners at first. I mean, don't get me wrong. Once you get good enough, I'm sure you can have a good, nice entry. As you can see with these cars, these are race cars. These are what GR GR3s, GR4s, GR3s, I believe. And I'm a GR4, but I mean, you can tell, like, yeah, I didn't keep up with them completely, but I, in this car, I'm doing alright in. But, I was actually going to overtake him, but I was like, no, it's kind of messed up. He's not running his line, because he actually has a good line. I kid you not, we were learning each other's lines throughout this, and it ended up pretty well. But, yeah, that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hopefully, you guys will take some notes. Remember, guys, it's not all about speed. Just learn how the car feels. Practice the weight momentum or weight shifting, power into corners. You don't have to do anything crazy, man. I'm telling you, you can drift just fine if you just learn how the car feels. You will drift just fine. This video is proof. So, I mean, thanks for watching.